Ricky and Triumph panic as Ducati throws their hat in the ring. Hey everybody, WALTY Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. We're just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today who's ready to do a little moto whistleblow, and welcome to the show. So yeah, it appears Ducati wants to throw their hat into the professional motocross ring. And this is a good one for me. I really like this story. First of all, my gosh, it's about to get pretty saturated. Doesn't it feel like the moto industry is getting a little saturated now with a ton of brands? I mean, a lot of brands. Like, this is definitely going to have some residual effects on riders, on teams, on the industry. Maybe good, maybe bad, I don't know. But one thing we know for sure, this is an interesting one. And I had this thought, and I really want to share it with you guys, because Triumph clearly is, like, right now the brand that's going to make its appearance first. And this is a brand that's been backed by Ricky Carmichael. So for me, if we're reading between the lines and looking between the ruts, we kind of see where Ricky is really bringing some additional marketing power to Triumph. We don't know how solid this bike is. We don't know. I mean, with modern technology these days, it would be pretty hard not to produce a capable bike, but a bike that can compete with the brands that have been around for a while. Now, it's going to come down to intellectual property. How much of this bike really is intellectual property? And one of the things that came to mind, you see, because Ducati, see, one thing, we're going to see Triumph this coming season in the lights class. So we're not going to see Ducati over here in America. We will see Beta, which will be interesting, another storyline that potentially could come alongside and maybe steal a little thunder from Triumph. But we can look back to RCH Suzuki or whatever it was when Ricky and Carey Hart had their team. I mean, it survived as long as Ricky was part of it, and then once it was eventually over. So it'll only go so long on someone's name. Eventually, it's got to have some more than just somebody being an ambassador for the brand. But this is the thing I'm seeing right now, and I would love to know what you guys think. Because for me, what I'm seeing right now, Ducati is like the creme de la creme. I mean, anybody that's got a Ducati street bike in their garage is typically rich or some fanatical Ducati type of guy, right? And so anybody this bike is, they're not going to come back. What I'm basically trying to say is Ducati's not going to throw a bike out there unless it's creme de la creme. Like, this thing's going to be oozing trick parts and just factory Italia, just awesomeness. Now we can get to Triumph. I don't think Triumph, it reminds me remember back in the pit bike craze, pit bike sick 50s, we were all backyard racing.
Don't need divine intervention for all the things that you never can face. You don't need good intentions, cause in the end it is all just a waste. We all need an endless vacation from all the way. Set your actions, there's nothing when you're gone from him. It's only another day wasted
on our built out 50s, and then the knockoff bikes started coming. We had all these knockoff 50s. They looked pretty trick, right? I think like SDG, the SDG 110. Remember my brother or somebody bought a couple of these things. They were clapped out after a ride. What looked trick, anodized parts, pretty cool looking stuff on it. But they were just cheap Chinese junk. Insane. And I loved pit bike riding. I had a CRF 50 below. I just put high bars, some springs and pegs on it, and a pipe, and that thing was ready to go roost and bulletproof. It took a beating all day, every day. That thing just took a beating. Then those SDG knockoff bikes were just chintzy. And I'm wondering if Triumph, if this bike is going to have some knockoff parts on it. I kind of have a sneaking suspicion it will, and here's why. You see, with Triumph, I remember it wasn't too long ago, if memory serves me correctly, they introduced like this knockoff kind of Triumph Bonneville throwback, kind of the beatnik Portland, Seattle guy with his open face is going to cruise it to work with his leather man purse on. But it was completely almost like this Chinese knockoff with Triumph Bonneville logos on it. And then when Triumph debuted that bike at the Coliseum for Super Duper at intermission, I remember when we did that polling. And if you're new, get on board, jump over. We're going to do some polling here on the channel, on the Walty Wanders community page of the YouTube channel. So one of you guys had said, dude, Walt, did you see what I saw Ricky go off the Peristyles? Like, that back end looked all loose, like pit bike, knockoff Chinese junk. Like, it didn't look all crisp and it looked kind of like weak. And I'm starting to think what we're going to see potentially out of Triumph is this bike that was pushed into production, backed by Ricky Carmichael, made to look as cool as possible, and possibly kind of a knockoff bike of sorts. Because like I said, Triumph has done this before with the Bonneville, which is in fact kind of their bread and butter, one of their original, kind of bikes that they ever produced. And then they did this throwback. So here comes Ducati now. Ducati is clearly going to be, I believe, a superior bike. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure how interested Ducati is really going head-to-head with the main manufacturers and being the Supercross champ. Like, I don't even know if they're interested in that. All I know is right now, everybody and their brother is producing a bike. So what I see, for a second, it looked like, well, Triumph is going to be this new player. Well, it looks to me like it's got some competition and things might even get saturated. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a moto guy, as somebody who wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Triumph, somebody else got into the swimming pool. Ducati, and I think their bike is probably going to be far superior from yours. This could take some market share away from Triumph. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. I'll see you on the next video.
Another day wasted.